The western ranges, paradise for the great herds of cattle that roamed them, until the unrestricted grazing of sheep brought despair and desperation to the proud and sometimes hot-headed cattlemen, stripping the land bare of grass, leaving starving cattle in their wake. The sheep spelled ruin for many a cowman. This meant range war.
Well, I see we've got the place all to ourselves again.
Yeah, the cowmen are afraid to run into the sheepmen, boss.
Yeah, and we ain't hankering to get caught between them when they meet.
You won't if my cards play out right.
Any idea who owned those sheep yet, Catlett?
I wish I did, Matson. You know where I stand in the matter.
You've done a lot of bragging about being a cattleman, but you haven't any cows to back it up.
Maybe his cows are wearing wool the way he bleats.
You always wear one for a joke, Ed. Their drinks are on the house.
Thanks, Catlett. We're counting on you tipping us off who owned those sheep if you hear any talk.
Sure. If I get any...
Have some rye.
Do you drinking out of a swill barrel, you sheep herder?
Break it up before they do any damage. Hold it, Matson. Break it up.
Let's get out of here before we start smelling like sheep. And the next time we run into any of you herders, we're going to start shooting.
I told you men not to come here. Now get back out to your flocks and keep your mouths shut. Out the back way. Those jaspers might be laying for you out front.
Boss, the stage is heading this way and the lady from Louisville's on it.
Get out and give them a little reception.
Get out. This is a holdup. I'll take care of that bag, lady.
Why, you cheap, small-time crook, robbing a defenseless woman.
Quiet, sis. They mean business.
So do I. Why, you haven't got the nerve to shoot.
Durango Kid, let's get out of here.
Durango Kid. Who is he?
call him an outlaw, Mom, but he never misses a chance to help the underdog.
Sure knows how to handle a gun.
Well, looks like we're stuck here.
No, Mom. I'm a relief driver for the line. I'll take it on in.
Good.
Let's split up. Hand over that bag.
Afraid that sidewinder to hit out for this Devil Rock Mile country.
Well, he could be hiding anywhere. There's no tracks to follow.
We'll meet up with him again sometime, and when we do... Wait a minute, mister.
What's on your mind?
Did you see anything of a masked rider on a white horse around here?
Sure, and he was riding plenty fast.
Which way did he go?
Went down that canyon yonder.
Come on, boys.
We'll have to stop here for a few minutes, folks, while I make out a report.
Well, step on it. I'm tired of riding in this rattle trap.
When you travel down the road that leads to nowhere, and you drift along the trail that has no end, then you start to realize that you haven't been so wise, and you wonder if you really have a friend. There's a longing in your soul that won't be leaving. There's an aching in your heart that will not mend. When you travel down the road that leads to nowhere, when you drift along the trail that has no end, when you travel down that road that leads to nowhere, when you drift along the trail that has no end, you start to realize that you haven't been so wise, and you wonder if you really have a friend. There's a longing in your soul that won't be leaving. There's an aching in your heart that will not mend. When you travel down the road that leads to nowhere, when you drift along the trail that has no end.
Well, boys, let's go to work now. Ozzy, go take care of the horse.
All right.
That hitch pitch belongs to the museum. What the gang back home in Louisville wouldn't do to a peddler like that.
Just forget about the gang, Rocky. You're going to be a Westerner now.
Quit preaching. If I listen to you, I'll be a hick like the others around here.
Gather round, gather round, gather round. Today is bargain day at Smiley Burnett's Traveling Trading Post. Oh, but first, I'd like to demonstrate my latest invention, the Burnett Automatic Tailgate. Absolutely foolproof. Positively hold up anything, even an elephant. Ozzy had done it again.
Smiley, you better stop inventing dangerous weapons before you hurt someone.
Steve Haverly, you rootin' tootin' old horn toad. Well, I thought you'd left Wyoming for good.
Not yet, Smiley. How you been, anyway?
Oh, swell. I'm so glad to see you. Where are you heading?
I'm going back to Red Butte and sell the ranch.
Sell your ranch.
That's right.
Pardon me. Are you well acquainted in Red Butte?
Well, I used to be, ma'am, but I haven't been there for 2 years.
Well, I'm Karen Kemp from Louisville. And this is my brother, Rocky. We're going to Red Butte, too.
Howdy, Rocky. My name's Steve Haverly, ma'am. This is Smiley Burnett. He's an institution in Wyoming.
He means I belong in an institution. Glad to know you, miss. How you do, sir? Ow! You burned me, you scrummy maverick!
I can that chatter, fatso, and take me some Western Dutch from that wagon.
Your brother's going to get himself in trouble if he doesn't watch out, man.
Well, that's why I sold my cafe business. To get him west and get him away from city influences.
Oh, you're going to settle in Red Butte?
Well, you see, I bought a half interest in the Catholic Enterprises there. At least I had an option to buy it. But outlaws robbed me of all my money, and now I just have to get a job.
Well, that's too bad, ma'am. But maybe this Catlett fellow will help you out. He must be a newcomer in Red Butte. Never heard of him before. You'd better get aboard, ma'am. We're ready to roll.
Rocky, what are you doing with that gun?
What do you think? I'm 19 years old now, ain't I? This baby's gonna work for us, sis.
If I can be of any help, ma'am, you'll find me on the Circle H Ranch.
Well, I might take you up on that, if you need a good ranch cook.
Forget it, mister. I'll take care of sis.
Here! Let's go!
How'd it go?
Fine until the Durango Kid showed up.
The Durango Kid?
Yeah, he grabbed the money we took off the dame and got away with it.
We're not going to let him interfere with us. We got too much at stake. Is the girl still on the stage?
Yeah, and ought to be hitting town any minute.
You two wait here while I go out and meet her. Have a chair?
Thank you.
You can't imagine how badly I feel about that holdup, Miss Kemp. Have you any idea who did it?
I wish I did.
If we could only get in touch with the Durango Kid, maybe he could give us a clue.
That masked outlaw is interested only in himself. Don't count on any help from him. I suppose this changes your plans, Miss Kemp.
Yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to buy into your interest now, Mr. Catholic. But I thought I'd better see you first anyhow. Perhaps you've got a job for me here.
Oh, you bet I have. I need someone to build up business in the saloon with good entertainment.
It's my bag and the money. Returned with the compliments of the Durango Kid.
What a sucker.
I don't understand it, but it was right nice of him.
This means we can go through with the deal. $30,000. The price for a half interest in your enterprise.
Well, before we go into that, perhaps I should warn you there'll be trouble ahead for us.
What kind of trouble?
Well, the cowmen object to sheep grazing around here.
Don't we have any right to the range?
Of course we have, the same as the cattlemen. But if you want to withdraw...
Withdraw nothing. No hick cowpokes are gonna scare us.
It's exactly the way I feel about it. I came out here to make money, and I'm going to stick. Do you have the papers ready?
Yes. There they are.
Thank you. I'll read him at the hotel.
You'll find the partnership papers put everything on a 50-50 basis, Miss Kemp.
If they do, I'll sign them. Good day.
Good day.
What's the big idea, Catlett? I understood me and the boys to have half share in this outfit for doing the dirty work.
Yeah, and we don't want any dame getting in our way.
Now, take it easy. Everything's worked out just the way I planned it.
What are you driving at?
We'll use her for a front to cover us. You ought to know no self-respecting cowman would fight a lady, even if she is a sheep owner. And when we're through with her...
Ooh, boy.
Howdy, Matson. Hi, boy.
Hi, Steve. Heard you just got back to your ranch. It's about time. We need your help.
What's up?
Well, something's got to be done about the sheep glutting in our ranges. Last night, they broke through my line fences and ate up all the feed I had stored.
That is serious, Matson. But legally, the sheep have as much right to the range as the cattle. I don't know what we can do about it.
Well, we do. We're going to get rid of every woolly we can find.
That means range war, Matson. We ought to go to the owner and get him to move his sheep out peacefully.
Nobody seems to know who the owner is, and the herders won't talk. You've been away for so long you've lost your fighting spirit.
I'm only trying to keep you out of trouble. Seems to me there must be a way of handling this without resorting to violence.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, go ahead and crawl to him. But we're going to battle this through to a finish, with or without your help. This'll take care of some of them.
I tell you, you're making a mistake, Matson.
We'll be the judge of that. If you haven't got nerve enough to fight for your own ranch, we'll do it for you.
Let's go. Go.
Stay with the horses. I'll take care of those black sheep. Durango Kid.
Stop those sheep from grazing on that stuff you've scattered out for them.
Since when did you become a sheep man, Durango?
I'm not taking sides in this matter, mister. But I'm not going to stand by and see a range war start in this country. Now do as I tell you, I start shooting.
I ain't taking orders off of no sheep-loving masked outlaw.
Did the wingy board?
Never mind me. Get your horses. We warned you and your crowd to get out of the country.
And you wiped out some of my flock, didn't you?
That's right, and you'll get the same dose. Only this time it's going to be lead. I'll save your lead, boys. Maybe he and his crowd will take a hint and get out of the country now.
of reach.
What's the idea? This is a hold.
Who owns the sheep around here?
I ain't safe.
Talk fast. Who owns them?
I tell you, I can't say.
So you're more afraid of your boss than you are me, is that right?
Believe me, Durango, if I talk, they'd gun me down.
All right, I'll find out another way. But you can tell your boss this. I'm staying in this country until he comes to terms with the cowman. And arranges to move his sheep where they won't interfere with the cattle.
But the Rangers are free, ain't they?
Maybe they are, but the cowmen were here first. There's good sheep grazing on the other side of the divide. You tell your boss to take his woolies off the ranch lands around here, or I'll throw in with the cowmen and help them run him out. Now start riding.
Way down low.
Everywhere I go, the folks want to know how I make my voice go way down low.
Whoa, way down low.
But I'm gonna keep it to myself. I won't sell, I won't tell, 'cause if I did, I know darn well.
Whoa, way down low.
I couldn't keep it for myself. Supposing I got lost in the woods, everybody's hunting me all they could. How they gonna know if they found me if I didn't wee? Now it ain't hard to do, and I'd tell you, but maybe you'd tell somebody else too.
Whoa, way down low.
I'm gonna keep it for myself. Roo-dee-hoo, la-la-la, roo-dee-doo-hoo, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Whoa, way down low.
I had a chance to sell, but I wouldn't tell, 'cause if I did, I know darn well.
Whoa, way down low.
I couldn't keep it for myself. Supposing I got lost in the woods, everybody hunting me all they could. How they gonna know if they found me if I didn't wee? Now it ain't so hard to do, and I'd tell you, but maybe you'd tell somebody else too.
Whoa, way down low.
I'm gonna keep it for myself.
Way down low.
Well, gather round, folks. Step right up, but don't crowd. Smiley's traveling trading post will sell you anything from a needle to a nursing bottle. But first, I'd like to demonstrate my latest invention, the automatic tailgate. No, on second thought, I believe I'd better demonstrate the new horse anchor. Very simple, folks. See there? Very simple. And when I'm ready to leave, all I have to do... Oof. I wasn't quite ready to leave yet. Now, see there? Absolutely secure. Wild horses, tornadoes, cyclones. Nothing on earth could move that team of horses now.
There's a target for you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll meet me at the rear of the wagon, I'll be very glad to display my wares to you. Oh! I'm shot! I'm shot! Oh! Oh, I'm shot! Oh, the horses, the team, where are they?
They're in the next county by now, and they took the famous Burnett automatic horse anchor with them.
Give me that smoke pot.
Let me alone, you big lumber. Finish yours back, Waco.
I'll blast them off.
Hold it. You're looking for real trouble, Waco. I'm here to oblige.
Why, you...
Take it easy, son. Cool off. Take it easy.
Stop that. Stop it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself manhandling a boy like that.
Ma'am, this kid's a wildcat. He ought to get himself a steady job instead of running with these mangy mavericks.
Me work? You're loco.
Be quiet, Rocky. The very idea, a grown man fighting with a mere youngster.
Well, Steve was only protecting himself, ma'am.
If I catch you or anybody else picking on him, you'll just wish you hadn't. Now get out.
Lady, you're sure making a mistake picking on a nice fella like Steve. It was your brother's fault. Look at my traveling trading post. All busted to pieces. The only way I gotta making a living, I'm flat broke. I ain't got a dime.
Well, if it's Rocky's fault, I'll make good. Say, I need some musicians for the show I'm giving tonight in the Cattleman's Rest. How about you and your boys joining up with us?
Well, if we figure on eating, we'll have to figure on working. You've hired yourself the best outfit west of the Mississippi.
Well, come on in the saloon. Let's get started on rehearsals.
Well, it'll be in a jiffy. I got to go round up them fellers and their instruments.
I told you not to come here.
I know, but this is serious, boss.
What's wrong?
Those cowmen poisoned some of my sheep out at the Circle H ranch.
That's Steve Haverly's place, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's back in the cowmen. We'll take care of him.
Yes, but we're in for some real trouble now. The Durango Kid has moved in and sent word if we don't move the sheep out, he's going to throw in with the cattlemen.
The Durango Kid?
Yeah, he's trying to find out who owns the sheep. And if he does, it's going to go mighty hard with us.
You didn't tell him anything, did you?
Of course not.
Why shouldn't he know who owns the sheep?
If the cowmen learned we own the sheep, our lives wouldn't be worth a plug nickel.
I thought you told me we had as much right to graze our flocks around here as the cattlemen.
We have.
Well, then we're not going to be run out by the Durango Kid or anybody else. We'll fight fire with fire.
We have ways to handle those cow nurses, and that includes Steve Haverly.
If they want to get tough, we'll meet them on even ground. You and Drag get some men to help you.
You heard the lady's orders, boys. Let's go.
Hold it and reach. Get over there and make it fast. Looks like you led me right to your boss, mister. Which one of these sidewinders own the sheep?
I do, Mr. Durango Kid. And I'm grateful to you for returning my money. But I'm in the sheep business to stay. What are you going to do about it?
All I'm interested in, ma'am, is stopping a range war between your outfit and the cattlemen.
A range war? What do you mean?
Just that. The cowmen spent their lives developing their ranges, and possession is 9/10 of the law. Your sheep are driving them to ruin. If you don't move your flock, there'll be a lot of needless killing. I have a lot of friends around here, and I don't want to see them getting killed or shooting up anybody else.
Hit leather and go after him.
Stars are shining, a blue Kentucky moon, a little bit of heaven, a lovely night in June. For I'm just dreaming, Louisville lady. Tiny hand in mine, I feel my heart go pity-pat. Then I steal a little kiss, can you blame me for that? For I'm just dreaming, Louisville lady. No need to say you do not love me, dear, for in your eyes I seem to see a loving gleam that brings a sweet surmise. Those million stars are shining, that blue Kentucky moon, a little bit of heaven, that lovely night in June. For I'm just dreaming, Louisville lady.
No need to say you do not love me, dear, for in your eyes I seem to see a loving gleam that brings a sweet surmise.
Those million stars are shining, that blue Kentucky moon, that little bit of heaven, that lovely night in June. For I'm just dreaming,
them cows on the circulate trash like you wanted, boss.
Good work, Rocky. How many were there in the herd?
Oh, about 1,000. Half of them on the north range and the rest on the south.
You know what to do, Waco. Take them.
Come on, boys.
Ain't you gonna take me with you?
Next time, Rocky.
How come I can't go?
Say, Haverly, made up your mind which side you're going to fight on yet?
We'll go into that later, Matson.
There they are, boys.
Looks like prime beef. They ought to fetch a good price.
Yeah, but our main purpose is to smoke out the Durango Kid. So keep your eyes peeled, and if he shows up, gun him on sight. All right, split up and hit him hard. What do you want?
You sidewinders have been having things too much your own way around here. Now you're going to round up that herd of cattle and return every last one of them by nightfall.
That's a good one, Durango. You can't make us do it.
That's what you think, Waco. Tell the rest of your gang I'm holding you as hostage while your pals do the job. And if they fail, I'll plant you in Boot Hill.
Why, it'll take us till after dark the way that herd's scattered.
It'll just be too bad for you.
What will you do with us, Durango, if we do make that roundup? Turn us loose?
On one condition, that you leave this country pronto and never come back.
You're top dog now. Now get busy. Don't waste any time. This Jasper will gun me down if you fail.
You won't need your guns. Start moving. If they don't show up with those cows by 8 tonight, it's your funeral, mister.
He ought to be here by now. Here they come.
And it's lucky for you. Now, if you hombres aren't out of this country in 24 hours, you'll be planted here. Permanently.
I just saw Durango go in the bushes over there. I'll circle around and try to get him. I got him! It's another one of that sidewinder's tricks.
Let's get out of here before he pulls any more.
Hey, you ain't leaving the country, are you, Waco?
With the Durango on our trail, you couldn't keep me here.
Well, what about our steak and those sheep?
I ain't giving that up. We'll get the herders to drive the cash trotters. The boss will have to sell them.
Yeah, but I suppose he won't.
He'll have to. He can't run this setup without us. Besides, he's collected for half of them from the dame already. It'll be a good profit for him, too. Let's head for the sheep camp at White Oak Springs. Wake up, Jed. I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
That dame that bought in with us. She talked too much and got us in a tight spot. You heard her. We got to get all the sheep out of here.
What's there in it for us?
Hey, you get your regular pay. Quarter cut besides.
That sounds interesting. Where do you want us to drive them to?
Cash Trotter's corralled across the line. When can you get them started?
Daylight. I'll have the others join up to go along.
Good. I'll see you later.
Peaks and a mean-eyed rat was he, with one good leg and the other was a peg, and he lived in a holler tree. He never came out till the dark of the moon, and his face it never showed. You could hear that peg leg as he came down the road. He carved out a notch in the gun that he wore from many a bloody fight. With a whiskered chin and a snaggletooth grin, he started out one night. But little he knew what trouble brewed till the shooting had begun. And a six-gun panda and started off the fun. By the flashing pistol, Peg-Leg guessed he had out too much sail. He knew right then he'd reached the end. He had a ranger on his trail. Now Peg-Leg's wicked soul does rest not with the fallen great. He rapped in vain outside the pearly gate. He carved out a notch in the gun that he wore from many a bloody fight. With a whiskered chin and a snaggletooth grin, he started out one night. But little he knew that trouble brewed till the shooting had begun. And a six-gun fanda and started off the fun. By the flashing pistol, Peg-Leg guessed he had out too much sail. He knew right then he'd reached the end. He had a ranger on his trail. Now Peg-Leg's wicked soul does rest not with the fallen great. He rapped in vain outside the pearly gate.
You sure got what it takes to put this place on a paying basis, Karen.
If you handle the sheep interest the same way, we'll clean up.
Well, if it isn't the big bad wolf that goes around frightening little boys.
That's the way you feel about it. Maybe I ought to let you lose every sheep you own.
How did you know I owned any sheep?
Never mind. The important thing right now is that your own men are planning to clean you out.
What do you mean, Haverly?
Keep out of this, Catlett. This affair concerns only Miss Kemp.
Yeah, well, I happen to be interested in Karen's welfare.
And I suppose selling her a bill of goods like you did and involving her in the range wars, looking after her welfare.
That's a lie.
Catlett, make sure you can back that up.
Mr. Catlett and I happen to be full partners in everything. I admitted ownership of the sheep because, well, he was afraid to.
You mean he took you in as a blind to cover himself up, knowing the common think twice before battling a woman?
You can't prove that, Haverly.
Maybe I can't just yet. There's only one way you can come out on this thing, Miss Kemp.
How?
Stop any further fighting for this range.
Well, what shall I do?
Let me call a meeting of the cattlemen. Have them drive your sheep out under their protection.
Don't fall for any trick like that, Karen. It's only a trap to ruin us.
It's your only chance. If you take his word, him and his gang will rob you blind.
Well, I'm so confused. I can't think straight.
I never thought that I'd live to see the day that I'd be working for a sheep outfit.
Yeah, I bet I smell like a billy goat already.
I'll think it over and let you know in the morning.
You'll find me at my ranch. If this will help you decide. Waco and his gang are the same bunch that held up that stage and robbed you.
Karen don't believe a word he says. Those cattlemen have stooped to anything to get our sheep out of this country.
Steve, I ain't too happy with this setup. I'm afraid them cattlemen's gonna think we're in the sheep business.
Smiley, you stick around and keep your eyes open. I got a hunch Catlett's in on this deal and is going to try and pull something.
Well, I'll do what you say, but I don't like it. It's too risky.
What's wrong, Smiley? Your corn's feeling hot this morning?
Well, it's not hard to guess who done that. I'm gonna slap you bug out.
Get your hands off me, you trouble.
Hey, what's going on here?
Rocky just woke up this human sawmill with a hot foot.
Rocky Kemp, I'm gonna beat you to death if you don't quit tormenting me.
You're not going to do anything of the kind, fella. Rocky's one of us, and we're going to take care of him proper from now on.
What do you mean he's one of you?
Well, we've got big plans for his future.
Sure. I'm gonna be a real gun sharp, ain't I, boss?
Stay away from these men, Rocky. They'll get you into serious trouble. I'm going for a ride. Better come along with me.
Nothing doing. Me and the boys got a job to do this morning, as soon as the rest of the gang gets here.
Go see what's keeping him, Rocky.
Right, boss.
From the look of things, you've decided to take Steve Haverly's advice. Is that right?
Perfectly. I'm on my way over there now to ask his help in moving our sheep out under the cattleman's protection.
Now, it'd be better if you decided otherwise. Play along with us, and we'll make a cleanup.
I'm listening.
We're going to clear out with all the cattle we can grab, starting with Steve Haverly's south herd this morning.
Well, that's rustling, isn't it?
Sure, but it pays big profits. Haverly's ranch is nearest to the state line, and we'll grab his south herd first.
You've got a lot of nerve thinking I'd be a party to a thing like that, Catlett. I'm making it my business to see you and your gang run out right along with the sheep.
Lock her in that closet.
Oh, no, you don't! Let me go! Let me go! Leave me alone, please!
What are you trying to do? Let her go!
Help! Help! Let me go!
Can you?
Oh, let me out!
He won't stop running until he gets into the next county.
Let me out of here! Let me out!
That ought to hold her till she begins to see things our way.
With the herders moving the sheep out for us, we ought to just about meet them with the Circle H cattle at Cash Trotters. I wonder what's keeping the boys.
Open this door! Open the door and let me out!
Yeah, and when we get through, there won't be a steer left on the range.
Seems like it's taken Rocky a long time to get back here with the boys.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Help! Eddie, Scotty, Dookie, anybody help?
Help! Help! Let me out of here! Hey, please, open the door!
The place is on fire.
Open the door, will you?
Get out of here. It'll look like a tinderbox.
I let the dame out.
Never mind her. Run for it before we're burned alive.
Help! Help!
Scotty, Ozzy, help! Help!
Smiley, what in the dickens are you up to, Smiley?
Ozzy, I'm stuck in here. Help pull me out, quick. Oh. Ozzy, no! No, you're pulling me out of my britches. You should have been here helping me. Just go on and laugh. Go on and laugh. You should have been here helping me instead of laughing at me.
Let me out!
You get the buckboard. You fellers go get the horses and meet Karen and me behind the saloon.
What's up, Smiley?
Never mind, just go.
Let me out of here! Help! Help! Let me out! Help! Please, someone! Let me out! Help! Oh, Smiley, we gotta get out of here quick.
Oh, take it easy.
Oh, but we'll be burned alive.
Oh, we won't either. It's just some gunny sacks. I set them on fire to smoke out them skunks so I could get in here to get you.
Oh, well, then we've got to get to Steve Haverly's and warn him of the raid.
I know it. We're all ready to go. Come on.
Well, that looks like the last of that place.
You sure my sister's out of there?
Yeah, she left right after you did.
Look, there she goes now. Smiley and them songwriters are with her.
Hold on. I got another plan.
Spill it.
Karen will tell Haverly what we're up to.
That's all the more reason we should get them right now.
They'll think we're going to raid Haverly's South Range and try to stop us. That'll leave the North Range wide open for us. Come on.
What's wrong, ma'am?
Catlett and his gang, they're going to raid the cattle on your South Range.
You sure of that? She's right, Steve. I heard them plotting the whole thing myself. They figure on making a clean sweep of everything and lighting out.
You got to stop them, Steve. They've taken Rocky with them.
Catlett too cagey to point up a raid before he pulls it off. I think this is a trick to draw us to the South Range. By thunder, I think you're right. You and the boys get out to the North Range. I'll meet you there. Better get back to town, ma'am.
Steve, you won't let anything happen to Rocky, will you?
Do my best. See you later.
For the taking.
I gotta hand it to you, boss, for smart thinking. Making Haverly and his crowd think we were going to raid the South Range.
Well, what are we waiting for?
That's Catlett and his gang, all right. Have at him!
We've been tricked. Let them have it.
The gun is down, boss.
Get out of the way. It's a Durango Kid. It's a stampede. Run for it.
Boss, give me a hand. I hurt my knee.
It's your funeral, kid.
Catlett's getting away. Come on!
Hey, we're caught in the pocket. Get going, you bleating sheepers.
Yeah, we got a nice jail picked out for you.
Come on, get out of here.
I'd have been killed if it hadn't been for you. Those mangy skunks ran out of me cold.
There's no honor among thieves. Take my advice and stay away from Catlett's kind.
I sure promise, Durango. From now on, I'm gonna be choosy about the company I keep. Look at that. Scared rats, every one of them.
Outlaws are only brave when they're on top. They always wind up in jail at Boot Hill. Well, now that you've bought my ranch, Karen, you can call yourself a full-fledged cattleman. Here's the deed.
Ooh. Gather round, gather round, gather round. This is bargain day at Smiley Burnett's Traveling Trading Post. But first, my pal Smiley will demonstrate his automatic tailgate.
Hey, what's this? Where'd he get that?
Rocky rebuilt it for you. It's all yours now, Smiley.
Good work, Rocky. Thanks.
Good for you, Rocky. Good for you. Well, adios, Karen. Best of luck with the ranch.
Thanks again, Steve, and good luck to you.
Bye.
So long,
Steve.
Bye, boys.
Goodbye, Steve.
There once was a feller named Rocky Kemp, and a good old boy was he. And none of you fellas would have ever dreamt what he'd turn out to be. So sing a song for a fine young man. I'll dance like a prairie hen. Hit him up the tune. And